Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me.
Now that I escape, sleep, walk awake. Those who correlate know the world ain't cake. Jail bars ain't golden gates. Those who fake, they break. When they meet their 400-pound mate, if I could rule the world, everyone would have a gun in the ghetto, of course. We get be up and on their horse. Kick around drinking moonshine. I pour a sip on the concrete for the deceased, but no, don't eat.
1,000 words regret for never placing a bet on my head. I accept I didn't wanna invest in myself cause the flesh was thinking I am a wreck. Stargazing effect of always looking the best. Every version of X, me was struggling vexed by the words that they stretch. Hit me right in the chest, quite a villainous text. Make you feel like your worth is nothing more, I'm upset. Did I listen to this? I just feel like a debt has been lifted, I guess. It was me all along, I just give it my best. When you feel like a mess and you're really depressed, young lady, don't stress, you can still be the best.
You can't hide.
You know what freedom
Gonna
is?
find you and make you want me. Yo, I play my enemies like a game of chess where I rest. No stress if you don't smoke cess. Less, I must confess, my destinies manifest. In some cortex and sweats, I make tracks like I'm homeless. Rap orgies before he invests. Capture your bounty like Elliot Ness. Yes, bless you if you represent the fool, but I hate you. With some witches brew if you do voodoo. I could do what you do, easy, believe me. Frontin' niggas give me heebie-jeebies. So while you imitating Al Capone, I be Nina Simone and defecating on your microphone. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
Gonna war with everything that we got. Without sparking a Glock, we be chopping up shop. Hot spotting beatboxes, we be top of the block. We rock with no sponsors, but we top your pop. Living up for new macro life is out of the box. Had to find a new star, I ain't watching the flock. I became the news anchor just to watch how the pop plays out in the middle while we tipping the cups. The village hungry, I'm running amok. We got an army that can beat up a block with our
Ready
years
or not,
taking us to the
refugee
top.
taking over. The Buffalo Soldier, dreadlock roster. On the 12th hour, fly by in my bomber. Crews run for cover, now they under pushing up flowers. Super fly, true lies do or die. Toss me high, only puff fly with my crew from like high. I refugee from Guantanamo Bay. Dance around the border like I'm Cassius Clay.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
You know, you are so unsuitable for my daughter. My child comes from a whole
Paul Thomas Anderson gives us a masterpiece from 2025, a story about Lauryn Hill and how she escaped kidnappers to achieve her music dream. Leonardo DiCaprio stars as her father. Chase Infinity stars as a child version of Lauryn Hill in one of the most critically acclaimed films of 2025, one battle after another. The daughter of a revolutionary must go against the system that built her to achieve her dream. Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Leonardo DiCaprio, Chase Infinity, and more star in this amazing film.
Thank you. Hey, thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you. God damn it! Viva la revolution!
Devastated by the pain, all it does is rain. How can I maintain my reign in this game? Devastated by the blows, I can't feel more pain anymore. I'm about to go insane. Who do I blame? Who moved me on this chain? I feel like a slave to this game. I feel like a slave for this game. I think I did too many things, and it doesn't bring anything that gives me a sense of accomplishment. My actions are spent every day practicing the methods of acting, representing for my nation, but it doesn't make any sense. My situation doesn't change my identity, still estranged. I feel vengeful towards the people that should have done more to save me.
Look around. There are plenty of things this world could do without. Immorality, sin, crime. It's time for a change.
Today on Entertainment Review, we've got quite a lineup of shows and a movie that is an adaptation of a famous manga series. Stay tuned, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Death Note is one of the most famous Asian comic books ever written. It tells a story about a boy who comes across a book that can allow him to kill any villain that he wishes simply by writing their name in that book. Today we're going to look at the live action version produced by Netflix and what this adaptation means and how it connects to the Final Destination universe. We shall also review the latest episodes of Best Medicine, Shrinking, and The Beauty. It's gonna be beautiful, it's Valentine's Day.
Find him and show him what justice truly means. He'll hear me, but he'll never see me coming. And when I find him, his capture will be the world's liberation. I'll uncover Kira's real identity if it's the last thing I do.
I swear, I am justice. Kill me if you can.
I pay my goddamn dues, I deserve some respect. All I get is be cold or reject. You can't reject me, I invented the game at age 6. Yet you persist with all that negative attitude towards my existence in this game. I didn't mean to rub you the wrong way, maybe I did.
Death Note is one of the most famous manga series. It's a Japanese manga series written by Sugumi Oba and illustrated by Takashi Obata. It was serialized in Shueisha's shonen manga magazine Weekly Shonen Jump from December 2003 to May 2006. The story follows Light Yagami, a genius high school student who discovers a mysterious notebook, the Death Note, which belonged to the Shinigami Ryukyu, and kills anyone whose name is written in its pages. The series centers on Light's use of the Death Note to carry out a worldwide massacre of individuals he deems immoral to create a crime-free society, using the alias of a godlike vigilante named Kira. Is Kira a hero or just a terrible killer? Find out.
No one can stop me.
I'm chasing someone without a name or face. Someone who believes he's on a righteous path, ridding the world of criminals. But his brand of justice is misaligned. By acting as a god, he himself has become the criminal.
In 2017, Netflix was full of dreams. They wanted to become the biggest streaming, addictive television watching possible streaming place that you could be. And so they wanted to turn a lot of manga into live action movies. One of them was Death Note. Death Note is a 2017 American supernatural crime thriller film directed by Adam Wingard from a screenplay by Charles and Vlas Palabanides and Jeremy Slater. It is loosely based on the manga series of the same name. It stars Nat Wolff, Lakeith Stanfield, Margaret Qualley, Shi Wingham, Paul Nakuchi, Jason Lawes, and Willem Dafoe. So it's about an American high school student named Light Turner, portrayed by Wolff, who finds a mysterious supernatural book known as the Death Note and uses it to murder criminals around the globe under the alias of Kira, while an international detective known only as L, portrayed by Lakeith Stanfield, seeks to find and arrest him.
What exactly can I do with this Death Note? Put your name down.
But who is L? L is mononymously known as Hideki Ryuga, and Ryozaki is a fictional character in the manga series Death Note, created by Sugumi Oba and Takeshi Obata. He is an enigmatic, mysterious, and highly esteemed international consulting detective whose true identity and background is kept a secret. He communicates with the law enforcement agencies only through his equally inexplicable handler, assistant Watari, who serves as an official liaison. He is regarded as the world's greatest detective. Well, the entire story centers around Light Turner and L. The person who portrays Light Turner is a man known as Nathaniel Marvin Nat Wolff, born on December 17, 1994, an American actor, musician, and singer-songwriter. He gained recognition for composing the music for the Naked Brothers Band between 2007 and 2009. And also he starred in a Nickelodeon series with his younger brother that was called Alex. Okay, so this, is a very talented young man. He's also been in The Fault in Our Stars, Home Again, Rosie, and Mortal. So Nat Wolff in this film, that is Death Note, plays the main character. A nerdy genius kid stumbles upon a Death Note one evening, and it changes his life. A mysterious, godlike creature approaches him with mischievous features. It's a demon from the underworld, and it wants our main character to do satanic things. It questions his existence and tells him he's of no consequence. Now is the time for him to make his life matter. He's told that if he wants to crucify the bullies that tortured him, he can simply write their name in the book of death, and then surely they shall be decapitated by the evil god, played by Willem Dafoe. Initially, our hero is reluctant to do evil, but then once he gets a taste of it, his mouth is full of happiness and vengeance. Next, he approaches the man who apparently killed his mother in a drive-by accident. Well, she didn't die in an accident. It was a situation where she faced off against an assassin, and that assassin was supposed to kill her son, but instead she took up the role of being the hero and got murdered, yo. Our main character doesn't want the man who took away his wife, his mother, not his wife, to go away scot-free. So he sets the death note on him, and surely he dies. Suddenly the police are wondering why some of the biggest criminals keep on dying. The prisons are almost empty. Someone is up to some deeds that are filthy. To hide the fact that
Look around.
our protagonist wants to be a vigilante, he creates a character called Kira, which is demon from an underworld. Every time he kills a criminal, he marks the place with his signature.
in Japanese.
I have the power
The
to make
worldwide
world,
police
to
is
make
searching
people
for him,
better.
but they do not
I'm
know
afraid to
he's
use
not in
it.
Japan.
I'm not
He's in
afraid to kill.
Seattle. He watches the news,
When it happens,
looks for
it's
clues,
entirely in my
and
hands.
then decides on who should die.
A face,
Death Note is a metaphor for how normal human beings shouldn't play God at all. Only God should be able to decide who should die
can stop me.
and who should live.
I'm chasing someone
The story
with
gets
a
quite
name,
complicated
someone who believes he's
as our
ridding the world
champion's
of
fixation
his
with death
brand of
becomes
justice.
his
He's
ultimate
lying
undoing.
by acting as a god.
The demon tricks him and forces him to kill innocent people. Now the police are paying a lot of attention. He killed so many gangsters at a strip club. Not to mention, he's getting a little sloppy. That's because he's trying to impress a young lady that he's fallen for. She's the one who convinced him to sell his soul to Satan. She promises to marry him if he can wreak vengeance on the world that she loves so much. The two of them become inseparable, a power couple defined by demonic spirits and incantations. The frustration of the police is that they can't get hold of this Death Note. Oh please, what are they going to do? All the crime bosses that keep on paying them end up dead, and now without the corruption, the police station is starving. Turner's dad is mad because he suspects his child has the notebook, the Death Note. It should have been his. But the kid tricked him and told his dad he's not the chosen one for this kind of thing. Later, the detective called L comes in to try to apprehend Kira. He's suspicious of the teenager and believes he could be Kira, but he's not sure because he's very stupid and nerdy looking. Do not mind his awkward appearance. This boy is a genius. Death Note is actually based on a grown-up version of Timmy Turner from Fairly Odd Parents. Timmy Turner in Fairly Odd Parents speak to godparents, that versions of Soren that have come in the form of two genies. They give him wishes, and he can achieve anything he wants to do, surely. But the truth is, there's a dark side to the Fairly Odd Parents. Some of the missions that Timmy Turner is supposed to be involved in involves the executing of other members of the Illuminati that have crossed boundaries and haven't done exactly what Satan had asked of them. Timmy Turner in Death Note has grown from being just a little boy to a major henchman, a crime boss who must stop satanic things from happening. He is waging vengeance against those who wronged his bosses. Lex Luthor Corp are not happy, so they send him the Death Note, and he must exact revenge against the world. So it's gonna burn quite a lot. So what's Death Note's connection to Final Destination? Well, in Final Destination, we always have a sequence where a group of young people get stuck in a tough situation. I'm gonna explain that just now.
I got this feeling. This weird feeling. How you doing?
The plane can explode! It's not a joke! It's not a joke!
We get thrown off the plane.
In Final Destination, we have a beginning which alludes to the conclusion. What I mean is, usually there are a number of people going somewhere, they're on a trip, and before that happens, one of the teenagers has an acid trip. He sees a premonition of the future. He sees how the devices in that place can kill you, and he stops everyone from dying. But then as the movie moves along, everybody that survived the death gong starts falling down and dying. Why? Because death has already chosen them. But what we're not told is that every single body who is murdered in Final Destination episode is a criminal that is being hunted by the Grim Reaper. Satanic individuals want vengeance against some Satanists who crossed the line and did not do what was supposed to be done. They crossed a fine line and now they must die. So there's always one person with a death note that is writing in the book of death how someone should die and how it should happen. But next, it should always be refreshing. They should never see it coming. The truth is, the death sequences are hallucinations. They are holograms. A lot of the people don't actually die in a gruesome way, but just for the sake of escalation and showing the world freakish action that can scare them and stop them from doing satanic things. Well, we see them dying in a horrific accident. Oh my God! That tree fell on him. No, it didn't. Maybe he was shot in the neck and fainted before passing out and entering the underworld. Saint Peter, will you let me into heaven? No, you've been a naughty boy. What do you watch on the internet? I'm not even into that. I'm kidding. Okay. So, in Final Destination, all the deaths that we have seen are hallucinations or holograms. They don't actually happen the same way we see them. They're nightmares that the person who is dying is experiencing. Maybe they just punched in the face and then they die easily. But why the fascination with scaring them when their deaths are not so gruesome? Well, it's just to escalate our heartbeats and to warn us not to do bad things. So, in Final Destination, there's always someone with a death note writing in the book, and it's usually the Grim Reaper. So, we can deduce that in Death Note, our Timmy Turner is a version of the Grim Reaper. He's the next in line to become the Grim Reaper. His father was also a holder of the Death Note, but now he grew older, and now he has to pass on his superpowers to someone who's younger. Death Note is not for everyone. It's really dark. Someone would call it satanic. But don't panic. It's brilliant. The story is amazing. In the end, we have the girlfriend and the boyfriend setting each other up. Timmy Turner is much smarter than his girlfriend. She tries to kill him, but he already planned a way out, my friend. He finds a way to escape the fate of death's destiny. But maybe he'll be caught by the police for everything he's done. Who knows? We never actually got a sequel to Death Note, but maybe we should.
You're a death god?
Yes.
What exactly can I do with this death note?
Put your name down and see what happens.
It's not gonna solve a few crimes. It's gonna solve all.
Writing these words gave me a bad reputation. I'm not a Satanist, I am a Christian. Well, that's how it started, at least, my friends. Like a Hallmark movie, first we start with the ending. Then we go back to the beginning. Before I was called a singer for singing words that feel like I am worshiping Satan. There's nothing wrong with my eyes, it's just that I had to get a lighter to change my complexion. Okay, maybe I signed a few deals that are a bit weird. I wanted to do donuts, but I had no wheels. So this guy in a hench coat promised me a life, greatness, wealthy, equipment. Well, he told me I'll be chilling nicely. I'm not a killer, I just find words that I use to escape my tough place.
So let's give it to them.
Do not play with fire, children. You shall get burned.
The love in my heart is growing strong. I hope that you choose to love me back. This Valentine's Day, enjoy your time. Don't be confused. Don't be confused.
I'm the world's greatest goddamn advertisement.
Ashton Kutcher is famous for 2.5 Men.
Beautiful.
Dude, Where Is My Car? The 70s show. Is it that 70s show? And also for playing Steve Jobs in the movie Steve Jobs. He's an actor who's really always in comedic, romantic situations where he wants to panic because he's not sure if the girlfriend really loves him, that kind of thing. Sometimes he plays a bully, other times he plays a nerdy Christian type of gentleman. Well, in The Beauty, he's none of that. He is his worst enemy, his own worst enemy. He plays a version of Lex Luthor. And he has created a serum that can turn the world beautiful. He's old, and because of working too hard at the factory, he's aging times 2 or 3. He doesn't share his money with other people who can help him achieve scientific brilliance, and because of that he starts aging much faster than he should. So what does he do? He comes up with a serum with his rich, wealthy buddies. And this serum is called The Beauty. He turns it from an old, wrinkly person into a younger, stunning person.
Like the first Pope.
He then feels threatened by the rest of his rich friends. They too took the serum and they seem much more beautiful than him. So he kills them and sends them to a different dimension. Lex Luthor is now hungry for power. He wants to sell the beauty to a lot of people. And now is his hour to become even richer. He tries the beauty on his wife, but she denies him the access that he's looking for. He can't get the passcode to, no. It's always a no, whenever it's bedtime. That's why angry thoughts are always flying, because he can't get his fine wife to date him.
Are there side effects?
So, to mess with him, she has a grumpy, ugly appearance. She's hiding her beauty. She's beautiful, but she doesn't want him to know. This pisses Lex Luthor even more, so he dates many supermodels. Armed with the beauty, he believes they will love him surely, but they don't. They still ignore him, and this angers him even more. So what he does is, he decides to put an infection inside the beauty. He wants to sell the beauty on the market, but everybody who gets it becomes infected with a virus that may kill them within 2 to 3 years. The beauty is a metaphor for how plastic surgery could hurt you, It is argued that in some places in the world, there are some nip and tuck situations where you can turn a person from being an ordinary looking person to a handsome or beautiful thing. Plastic surgery has created a new version of you and me. Well, I've never taken plastic surgery. I'm just a natural, the way I look. Certainly, while other people maybe haven't had a chance to do it. And they say some of the side effects can be quite crazy, like the bubonic plague. I don't want to scare you, but the beauty does shed light on some of these things. 6 episodes in, and I love it. You should give it a spin.
Goddamn advertisement for the hottest new super drug that makes you effortlessly beautiful.
Every night I pray for your death.
Can we play some yacht rock?
I got the beauty shot!
Is this real life? One simple injection to become a beauty.
Are there side effects?
This is the closest to the fountain of youth anyone is ever gonna get, which of course comes with problems.
The beauty has been mutating out in the wild.
We go to market in 6 months. Fix the bugs.
It's gone from international virus to murder.
We're gonna fix this. We're gonna find a cure.
It's an STD that people will actually want.
You are a monster.
Do not kill my life!
Stop that. We're in public.
Dude, there's deep.
Oh my god, yeah, there is no way, honey.
Who'd like the first poke?
You don't talk down to me, you talk to me, and I do the same. No bully frame can hold his chains. I see a lot of relationships going off the rails. Well, our train of thought gotta be in sync. Supersonic, jet precision. I wanna fit in like you fit into those mini skirts of yours. You're the one that I adore. You're dope.
Ta-da! The goat is back.
Oh, thank God.
There he is.
Jason Segel from the show How I Met Your Mother, and also from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, stars in Shrinking. Shrinking also features Harrison Ford as his mentor. A psychiatrist pretends to be depressed to elude the police from thinking that he's the one who killed his wife. She was the assassin that tried to murder a version of Patch Adams. If you've watched the film Patch Adams, he was portrayed by Robin Williams. It's about a doctor who uses humor to cure his patients. I ain't got patience for that kind of stupid nonsense. Well, believe it or not, my friends, Jason Segel is a version of Patch Adams in this film. And for a long time, he would use comedy to help his patients escape depression. Stand-up comedy is actually a secret serum, the secret sauce to help humanity.
You have a therapist?
Entertainment is not just something to watch and take down easily. It is meant to refresh us. We are stressed as F, yo. Traumatized by our days. We don't realize it, okay? So cable TV is literally saving your life. That's why even the king had a clown to put a smile on his face. Let's put a smile on his face. Oh, in Shrinking, Jason Segel plays Patch Adams, a version of Robin Williams. He's a psychiatrist who is manic and depressed because a lot of people, including his boss, really hate him and his tactics. So to stop them from fearing him, he pretends to be depressed. He goes on an alcoholic binge where he is binge drinking with strippers. He's always doing this to elude his enemies from believing that he truly is a version of Patch Adams. 3 seasons in, it's amazing. In season 3, Harrison Ford, who is his mentor, an older psychiatrist, is suffering from Parkinson's disease. Oh my God. He decides to get married so that he can prove to be the biggest celebrity than Robin Williams or Jason Segel. I'm sorry, your eyesight is not as sharp as that of an eagle, but Jason Segel's is. He can smell bullshit from a mile away. He can smell bullshit just by looking at you, and then his senses work in multiple dimensions. I'm kidding. Anyway, so it's a lot of fun, but it can be confusing, the number of characters, and one of the tactics that Jason Segel uses to cure his patients is amazing. He gets involved in their lives and sometimes decides to date his patients, which is taboo, but he's trying to stop the world from ending, so don't mind if I do screw that lady. I'm sorry. He got a number of girlfriends. Some of them are hiding and pretending like they don't like him, but they really do love him. It's got a lot of slapstick, nice comedy. Damon Wayans Jr. also is featuring. It's amazing. Just gotta watch it.
Everybody, get out of my yard. You're afraid to move forward, but all of us need to do that.
Sometimes I just feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Sometimes I feel like you need a therapist.
Life is quite a perfect storm, a cycle that forms heartache, happiness. We're shaking like the wind, the earth quakes as the earth rotates. It feels like gravity cannot get a hold of me. I'm floating into outer space, trying to find my place. Should I go to Mars? Should I go to Venus? I feel like the scars will not heal on this earth landscape.
This amazing life.
I tried so hard to be great, but I ended up on the pavement, trying to displace got me gravitating towards hate.
I do have one small request. Can you face me?
Cynic me's reborn
She said
again.
no, Derek.
Come on! Jess is still good though, yeah?
She said no paint anywhere.
What are we, Quakers? When did I join Club No Fun?
So, you want to leave a big city to come be our small
Best
town
Medicine
the
is an amazing show.
That's a good one.
It's based on a series by ITV called Doc Martin.
Puppies and hand them out at every visit.
Dr. Martin Ellingham in Doc Martin is a brilliant and successful vascular surgeon at Imperial College London. He develops hemophobia, which is a fear of blood, forcing him to stop practicing surgery. He moves back to the small town called Cornish village of Portland, where he had spent childhood holidays with his Aunt John. Here is where a lot of people try to sabotage him. They don't like the fact that he's a famous doctor, stroke stand-up comedian. That was the British version, and it ran from 2004 to 2022. It's amazing. It was created by Dominic Minghella, who is a British television producer and screenwriter.
Does blood freak you
Well,
out?
in 2026, Best Medicine was released. It is an adaptation of Doc Martin.
Other than that, I'll be keeping my own company.
Part of you being a doctor
And it
here
stars
is knowing your
Josh
patients.
Charles
My only responsibility
as a
is to
version
keep
of
everyone
Doc
safe.
Martin.
I will be examining.
Josh Charles is an American film, television, and theater actor, known for the roles of Dan Radell on Sports Night, Will Gardner on The Good Wife, which earned him 2 Primetime Emmy Award nominations. His early work as Knox Overstreet in Jet Poet Society and Brian from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead
The B word and
are considered simply brilliant. He has appeared in Hairspray, Dead Poet Society, Crossing the Bridge, Threesome, The Grave, Pie in the Sky, Little City, Swap, Seeing Other People, Four Brothers, The Darwin Awards, Afterlife, Brief Interviews with Hideous Men, Norman, The Drowning, Amateur, and a number of films.
Premiere Tuesday, January 6th.
Josh Charles plays the titular character
I'm gonna need a stool.
in Best Medicine. Doc Martin,
On Fox.
Martin Best, is a man who is brilliant but brusque. Dr. Martin Best moves from Boston to a small place to practice in the small fishing village of Port Wayne. Where he vacationed as a child, he struggles to integrate with the locals, as well as pathological blood phobia, which developed during an operation on a young girl while reconnecting with his aunt, a local lobster woman. So, nothing in the show is as it seems. Doc Martin is a version of Clark Kent, and also a version of Patch Adams, portrayed by Robin Williams. He's a comedian who uses comedy to cure his patients. He goes back to his hometown where he grew up. Things are pretty wild. Everybody's trying to kill him. Well, because he's famous. Back then he was just a nerdy kid. And now he wants to cure patients of different ailments. In the first episode, he helps people come out of a situation where they have been pretending to be lesbian. A man and a wife are having trouble in their marriage. It turns out one of them is making a huge sacrifice. The woman is turning the man into a woman. so that she can feel like she's a lesbian before having sex with him. It's creepy, it's crawly, it's itchy. A lot of people ignore the rodents that are in the place. You know, there's a bubonic plague going around, but nobody wants to come face to face with the fact that this town is toxic. And sometimes their house of mischief turns around on them. The truth is, this town has been trying to kill Barack Obama, Drake, Anthony Joshua, and all those superstars that they really hate. Also, they're creating factories for Lex Luthor. So Doc Martin is on a secret mission to uncover their pie baking and remove all the poison so that Chris Brown doesn't take it in and die from extreme diarrhea. All their fears come true when Doc Martin becomes this investigative journalist type doctor who's snooping on everything. His assistant pretends to be a person who is a journalist, a social media presence woman. Truth is, she's pathetic. She's not good at her work, and it's her auntie who pulls all the strings. She is the mob queen and wanted to be Doc Martin. Well, she isn't. Doc Martin really faces the wrath of the village that really hates him, but he also has to save them. This show is interesting. I really love it. In episode 6, there's a pie baking contest and Doc Martin is chosen to be the judge, but he excuses himself because he knows a lot. They don't want him to be the judge of them, so he lets the shenanigans happen where one thing leads to another, and everybody in the pie baking contest gets sick to their stomach because they placed some poison in it. I think that Chris Brown and Barack Obama would come to the pie tasting contest, but he doesn't show up. So all they have is Doc Martin, and he has a very solid stomach that doesn't get sick easily. He takes the pie like it's nothing. He doesn't die or anything. But instead it's the contestants who are involved in this situation. The very chefs of the pies are the ones who get sick to their stomach and end up dying. Doc Martin is always coming in to save
Irrational. We need to remove his shirt.
time to save the day.
I think I'm gonna faint.
Doc Martin is brilliant. 6 episodes in, and I absolutely love it. Josh Charles, shout out to you.
Please no.
It's really cool. Does blood freak you out? But you're a doctor.
I came here hoping I could still practice medicine. Other than that, I'll be keeping my own company.
Part of you being a doctor here is knowing your patients.
No, my only responsibility is to keep everyone safe. I will be examining.
What the hell are you doing here?
How many people have been on your property?
Everyone loves coming by here.
Diagnosing.
What the flip? I have boobs.
And treating the ill.
He just needs the cream.
Would you like to help me with open heart surgery later?
You're a real charmer, aren't you?
Get a life.
Everybody's very pissed off at you. You're the A word, the B word, and the F word.
I'm not cut out to be a town doctor.
This place won't let you hide.
And that's a good thing.
I love it here. I love knowing my neighbors. Come on, admit it. You're starting to like it here. You're starting to be happy.
Release me, please.
Best Medicine, series premiere, Tuesday, January 6th.
Louisa,
Yes?
I'm gonna need a stool sample.
On Fox.
Calculate my moves, then execute them. Then move on to the next situation. On this occasion, I gotta show the hunger that built me. I gotta show people that I'm still. Luther was the Wiggins and Mel Gibson and Danny Glover. I'm gloved up and ready to punch my way up the game. Shout out to CC Zoo, do you know dang? I love your heritage, music was meant to love